So I'm Miss Kennedy. I am the head of Year 7 in September. So I will be the head of year for your son or daughter. I'm really looking forward to meeting them all in September. I have been lucky enough to meet some of them over the last few weeks when we've done some primary school visits, and I'm really excited to see them start at Little Heath School. This is a quick video and presentation just about the role of the form tutor and a couple of other things to do with the school that I hope you'll find really informative. But if you've got any questions, there'll be some contact details at the end that we can look at. So without further ado, as I said, I'm Miss Kennedy. I will be in charge of Year 7 in September. We as a school at Little Heath, we are very proud of the fact that we like to prepare our students not just for exams and assessments and their learning, but also for preparing them for the real world as well once they leave us. So there are going to be a few points of contacts between you and the school, and we have a team that likes to support the students throughout their time at Little Heath. So you could be contacted by your child's form tutor, which is usually your first point of call if there's anything you'd like to contact us about. They will be the person that your child sees the most. Your child's class teachers may also contact you as well, or our achievement leader, Mrs. Harper, our Key Stage 3 secretary, Mrs. Baker, the assistant head of Key Stage 3, Mrs. Rayner, and the deputy head of Key Stage 3, which is Mrs. Button. So the form tutor, as I mentioned, is the person your child will see the most, and the main role of the form tutor is listed here. So it's to help support your child's transition into Little Heath, because we realise that sometimes for students, the step up to secondary school can make them feel a little bit anxious. So their form tutor is going to be there to help ensure that they settle into their first few weeks at Little Heath and hopefully feel that it's quite a smooth transition in. They will monitor your child's progress across the school in all the subjects over the years, and they will also help your child complete some tutor work. And obviously, most importantly, they will make sure that they are there to support your child with anything they might need. So they are the person who will know your child the best at school. Tutor work, as I mentioned on the previous slide, is one of the things our form tutors do. We have 2 tutor periods a day. So we have 10 minutes first thing in the morning, which is where the tutor will check that your children are ready for the day, see whether there's anything they need help with. And then the afternoon session is 20 minutes long. And in this, we do some tutor work. Now, this is a programme of work which is carefully designed across the years to support all the students' social and emotional development for that particular year. And we will cover a range of topics and issues which are relevant to that year group. So we look at friendship, we look at health, personal finance, such as budgeting, and even current affairs. We will also take part in circle time, which is where the students can discuss topics, might even have debates and charity work. So the idea is that this work will help to build this sense of community and this sense of family that we're very proud of at LHS, not just with just the tutor group, but the whole year group and the school. And as that tutor group, they will belong to the same house. We have 4 houses at Little Heath. We have Arundel, which is green, Conway, which is blue, Stirling, which is red, and Warwick, which is yellow. And they kind of are another little family unit within the school, and we do encourage quite a bit of competition between the houses, so that can also bring a tutor group together quite quickly. So this is the outline of the school day. So morning registration starts at 8:50, and then we go into period 1 straight after that. We are operating staggered breaks and lunches, so the Year 7 break is going to start at 10 AM. And then after that, they'll go to period 2 and 3, and then their lunchtime is slightly earlier. So at 12:20, they'll go straight into period 4 and their afternoon session where they do their tutor work, and then into period 5. We do monitor the attendance and punctuality to lessons closely. So if there are any students that are arriving late to lessons or registration, we can see about supporting them in making sure they turn up on time. So our timetable is a 2-week timetable, which might be new to a lot of our students coming up to school. They will have 5 different lessons each day, but the lessons they have on a Monday, for example, in week 1, won't necessarily be the same as week 2. So it's important that they check their timetable the night before to ensure they bring all the equipment they need, because they're not going to want to carry the books for every single subject every single day, because it'll be a bit too heavy for them. If when they arrive on their first day in September, they find that actually they've got PE, it's not a problem at all, because they are not expected to bring their PE kit on the first day. So here we have a list of the subjects the Year 7 students will study. So they will look at English, Maths, Science, History, Geography, Project 7, which is our PSHE, ICT, Drama, Art, Music, Technology, RE, PE and French. And we also have designated times which are specially dedicated to reading, and I'll come along to that in a bit. And one thing just to clarify, that after a holiday, the timetable continues. So if we finish the first term on a week 1, after the October half term, we don't start on a week 1 again, we just carry on with a week 2, and that goes the whole way through the school year. So on to homework, which a lot of students have asked us questions about when we've gone to see them in schools. We use Satchel 1, which was often referred to as Show My Homework. They changed their name recently. We set all our homework online on this platform. Students are going to be given a login on the first when they start at Little Heath, and then we will also give parents a login as well, so you can see what homework your child has been set, and it will go by due date. So the later the homework is due, the further down the list it appears. But they can also get a little app on their phone, so they can track it on their phone if they want to as well. So in terms of equipment, we will provide textbooks and exercise books. But they are then the responsibility of the students. So their exercise books don't stay in school, the students take them. The only time they stay at school is if we take them in for marking. They're expected to have a pen, either blue or black. We're not particular about that ink colour, so long as it's blue or black. Pencils, colouring pencils, ruler, rubber, pencil sharpener, calculator, protractor and compass. That's sort of the standard equipment for us. In terms of uniform, anything regarding uniform can be found in our transition booklet, which we've already sent out. They're going to need the red logo on their polo shirt and jumper. You might see that there are some jumpers that have the silver badge, but that is for years 9, 10 and 11. Black shoes are the ones that are suitable for school, and we ask for those to be plain and polishable with a low heel and without logos. So canvas shoes, sandals, boots and trainers are not permitted. We've listed that also on the website if you don't have the transition booklet. But if you've got any queries about school shoes, you want to check whether or not they're suitable, then please email us at transition@littleheath.org.uk, and we can always double check them before you purchase them. Now, PE kits listed here is the PE kit for boys and girls. So there is the Little Heath uniform, which is traditionally black with red and white trim, and we have the optional kit there as well for black tracksuit bottoms, for example, which I know some of the students prefer in the winter when it gets very, very cold. We just ask that they are tracksuit bottoms and not leggings. And then obviously make sure that they have shin pads and gum shields for football, hockey and rugby and hockey as well. And there are also some game socks you can get as well, which will get used during the football and rugby season and hockey season as well. So the school library is open Monday to Thursday from 8 till 4 and Friday 8 till 3:30. We have a brand new school library that's just opened this year, which is at the very front of school by main reception, and each pupil is allowed to borrow 4 books. So when they come up to the library, they can give their name, and when we have their photo, a little photo will pop up so we can see it's them, and that book will get attached to their name. Pupils will have a library lesson once every fortnight for English, where they will read, but also they will read to a teacher. And we will also do our accelerated reader programme, which monitors their independent reading practice, and also can pick books that are at that level. Dear Time is drop everything and read. So this is the period of time which we dedicate specially to reading. So every day pupils are going to read for 20 minutes. So every week it's a different lesson. So we usually start off on a period 1. And then the following week will be period 2, the week after that period 3, and so on and so forth. And even the teachers will get involved and read just for 20 minutes at the very start, and that is across the year groups, across 7, 8 and 9. So canteen, we are really excited. We have our new canteen has opened. It's in the bottom part of our new build, and there is a wide choice of cooked meals and snacks served in our canteen. And we also have an outdoor eating area not far from the canteen called the Big Top or the Snack Shack. And that is also open so that students can purchase food at break and lunchtime. I've personally sampled all the food. I can assure you that it tastes amazing. We do operate a cashless system. So what we'll do is we will take the fingerprint of your child, and you will be able to then place money on their account, and they will pay by fingerprint. There is a limit to how much children can spend per day. And you will also be able to see what they have bought as well, which is quite useful if a child is saying that they've eaten a roast dinner and they've actually ordered 5 slices of cake. Pupils can also bring in their own packed lunch, so quite a number of our students do that. Not everyone uses the canteen. So our late policy, so I did mention earlier that we do monitor punctuality and attendance quite closely, but we do realise that it is a very large school site compared to some of the primary schools, and that they might be a little bit late to some of their lessons because they've got to find their way around the school site. So there is a leniency with them when they start at Little Heath. If they arrive to school after 9 AM, they need to go to main reception instead of straight into lesson. And if there is a reason for it, they just need a note to explain. If they're late to a lesson, we have late desks in classrooms, which is done to avoid disruption to learning. So they can just come straight in, sit down at the late desk, and they can write down, there'll be a little form for them to fill in, which is just their name and tutor group, the reason they were late, and if they know how many minutes, they can put down how many minutes they were late. It's just so we can see why without having to disrupt the learning and asking the question. And then if there is a number of lates, we will contact you just to see if there's a particular issue that we need to know about and to help them support getting to lessons on time. So our mobile phone policy, we have a policy at Little Heath that pupils are allowed to bring their phones to school, but they have to be switched off and in the bottom of their bags all day. They're not allowed them out at break and lunch times. And if they're caught with their mobile phone out at any point during the school day, it will be confiscated by a member of staff, and it will be kept safely in our main office. And then you will be contacted and you'll be asked to come and collect it at the end of the school day. So the first day, this is a day that is a really exciting day. I know everyone at Little Heath, pupils, staff get really excited. I know I do. I get very excited for the first day of the school year, but we realise it can be a very emotional day for you, for your son or your daughter. But we, as a Key Stage 3 team and our tutors, we will do our very best to look after them. So we always say, if you show a positive, confident and excited attitude the first day at school, hopefully they will feel the same way as well. We certainly will be. I know I have bundles of energy on the first day, and it's I'm quite like a Duracell bunny on that day. But at the moment, we don't know exactly what the first day will look like. But as soon as we've had further information, we will be in touch with sort of a programme of what that day will look like. But they will spend quite a part of the day in their tutor group. It will give them time to have a tour around the school so their tutor can point out where the various different blocks are. So if they've got, you know, this is the maths block, this will be where you have your maths lessons, this is the modern foreign languages block, this will be where you have French. But it's also time for them to get to know their new classmates and also their form tutor as well. But if you have any further questions at all, please get in touch using the email address transition@littleheath.org.uk. I also see those emails, so one of the Key Stage 3 team will be in contact with you to answer all your questions. Thank you very much. I'm very, very excited and really, really proud that I'm going to be your child's head of year. All my colleagues will tell you I'm incredibly excited to be head of year 7. I'm really, really looking forward to getting to know them. As I said, I've seen a few of them at primary school, and they are a lovely, lovely group of children. And I look forward to getting to know you as well over the coming years. But I'm sure if we work together as a team to support your child, then there's absolutely no limit to what they can achieve at Little Heath. So I look forward to seeing all of them in September, looking smart, ready to learn, and unfortunately grow to the point where they're all taller than me again. But I really am excited and I can't wait to meet them. Thank you.